1. Alone doesn't mean lonely. Most people assume that being alone causes loneliness, that the more time you spend by yourself, the lonelier you become. But for some people, maybe for you, it's the complete opposite. Solitude isn't painful. It's where you recharge. It's where you think clearly. It's where you feel most like yourself. You don't need constant company to feel okay. You just need the right kind of connection. And here's the thing about that. There's a difference between being physically present with people and actually feeling connected to them. You can be surrounded by 20 people and feel utterly invisible, or you can have one real conversation, one moment where someone genuinely gets what you mean, and feel completely full. That difference? That's the whole key to understanding this. 2. Why crowds feel so lonely. So why does being in a group, especially a loud, busy, social group, feel so isolating for people like you? Here's what's really happening. When you're in a crowd, the conversation stays on the surface. Small talk, weather, weekend plans, who said what to who. And for some people, that's totally fine. It's comfortable, even enjoyable. But for you, you're not wired that way. You're searching for something real. You want to talk about what keeps someone up at night, what they actually believe, what changed them, what they're afraid of. And when all you're getting is surface noise, you don't just feel bored, you feel lonely. Because the connection you're craving isn't there. And what makes it worse, you're performing the whole time. You're nodding, you're laughing. You're saying, yeah, totally to things you maybe don't feel at all. And after a while, the performance is exhausting. There's a gap between who you actually are on the inside and the version of yourself you're showing in the room. And that gap is the loneliness. 3. Who these people are now. I want to say something directly to you because I think you need to hear it. People who feel this way are often the most emotionally intelligent people in the room. They pick up on everything. They notice when someone's laugh sounds forced. They sense the tension nobody else mentions. They hear what's not being said. They feel things deeply, which means shallow interaction doesn't just bore them, it actively drains them. And because they're so self-aware, they often spend the whole social event watching themselves from the outside, analyzing every word they say, wondering if they're coming across right. It's like living inside your own head while also trying to live in the room. That's an exhausting way to exist in a crowd. And so, when they finally get home, when the door closes and the noise stops, the relief isn't about being antisocial. It's about finally being able to stop performing, to just be. 4. The real problem. Because even though being alone feels better, it doesn't erase the hunger for real connection. That need doesn't go away. You still want to be known, truly known by someone. You still want a conversation that actually means something. You still want someone to call at 11 p.m. who actually gets you without you having to explain yourself. So you're caught in this painful in-between. Crowds make you lonely. But total isolation doesn't satisfy you either. And some people respond to this by just withdrawing completely. They stop going to things. They tell themselves they prefer being alone. And on one level, they do. But on another level, they're grieving the connection they can't seem to find. That withdrawal becomes its own kind of trap. Because the less you engage, the fewer chances you give yourself to find the rare person who actually sees you. And those people do exist. They're just harder to find in rooms full of small talk. 5. What actually helps? So what do you do with this? First, stop trying to fix yourself by forcing yourself into situations that drain you. Going to more parties won't solve this. Neither will making yourself talk more. What matters is the quality of connection, not the quantity of social events. Second, find the environments where depth is allowed. Small groups, one-on-one conversations, settings with a shared purpose, a cause, a creative project, a real discussion about something that matters. Those spaces give you permission to skip the surface stuff. Third, and this one's important, let yourself be seen. It sounds simple, but people like you are often so self-protective that they never actually let anyone in. You show the social version, the fine version, the version that doesn't need anything. But connection requires the real one. It takes courage to say, even quietly, this is actually what I'm feeling. And sometimes, just sometimes, someone will say back, me too. And that one moment does more for your loneliness than 100 crowded rooms ever could. If you've ever felt more alone in a group than by yourself, you're not broken. You're not antisocial. You're not cold. You just know the difference between noise and meaning. And you're hungry for the second one. That's not a flaw. That's actually one of the most human things there is.